Hi, this is Jimmy D. Brown, and welcome to this Traffic Fuel special presentation. When I gave my subscribers the opportunity to ask me any question about generating free website traffic, they responded quickly and intelligently. The questions just poured in, very good questions. And as I read through each and every one of them, I noticed that certain questions kept popping up over and over again. These were obviously hot topics, things that everyone seemed to want to know about. So I decided to answer the top 10 questions in this presentation. Do you know what rush hour is? It's the busiest time on the roads each day. People are going to work or getting off work, and the traffic is heavy. And that's what these questions really are all about. Tips and ideas for getting heavy website traffic, for creating a rush hour at your website. I'm going to keep this as brief as possible while giving you a lot of meaty tips and ideas in my answers to your questions. So let's go ahead and dive right in. No drum roll needed whatsoever here. Question number one is article marketing still a viable strategy for traffic? You know, a follow-up question asks, article marketing used to be a great way to generate traffic. Now with Google's changes, is that still true? What's the update on article marketing for traffic generation? You know, this was by far our most popular asked question here, so I decided to answer it up front. You know, I've been using article marketing to drive traffic to my website since 2000. That's over 11 years ago. And my strategy has not changed during the past decade. You know, I'll share that strategy in just a moment, but before I do, let me answer the question. The answer is a definite yes, but not in the way that you may think. You know, I've never been a proponent of tricking search engines or attempting to use keywords in an article to rank well at the latest directory that's ranked well in the search engines, or anything else that either A, compromises the quality of content in that e-zine article, or really B, relies on unreliable variables. You know, while there is oftentimes a window of opportunity for some quick traffic with these methods, it always dries up. Always. I've been doing this for over a decade and have yet to see any strategy, article marketing or other, that relies on using keywords and key phrases to manipulate the search engines, which has sustained. You know, recently a wildly popular article directory site reportedly lost 90% of its traffic. We're talking major traffic loss because Google banned it for irrelevancy. You know, I've heard from many people whose entire traffic was based on similar scenarios who are seeing similar loss. Why? Because these kinds of gimmicky methods of generating free traffic always dry up. Always. People like Google want to ensure that those who are using it for search get relevant results. You know, no one wants to go through listing after listing to search through a bunch of worthless articles and pages that provide little or no real content. I've never taught article marketing as a way to manipulate search rank, and I never will. Instead, what I do is very simple. I create high-quality e-zine articles that pre-sale the reader on an offer, and then I get other people to distribute those e-zine articles for me. Now, there's three keys there that I just mentioned. High-quality content. You know, I don't give general information. I give specific information. I don't sound like a robot in my words. I sound like a real person. I don't say the exact same thing another article said by just changing up the words so that it reads slightly differently. I write original, high-quality articles, stuff that people would pay to read. And then secondly, the key is to pre-sale the reader on an offer. I don't rely on certain words in my articles to rank highly somewhere to get some results. Instead, I use the content to get results. I explain something that people want to know about, give them a brief solution, and then at the end I close the article with a call to action that points them towards whatever it is I'm selling. You know, if I've done my job well in the content, the majority of people will at least click through and take a look at what I'm selling. And that's the only purpose of an e-zine article that's being used as a traffic generator anyway, to generate that click-through. So that's the second key, pre-sale the reader on an offer. And then thirdly, let other people distribute it. That's the best part. Other people get my article into the hands of real readers. You know, whether they're bloggers or newsletter publishers or membership site owners or coaches or anyone else for that matter, the point is that they entrust me with their audience. They've built a list. They've built a blog following. They've built traffic to their site. They've built a business. And they put my article before their network of people. Their traffic becomes my traffic. You know, not only is this type of traffic here more sustainable than that gimmicky stuff we've been talking about, it's also better quality. It converts better. Ultimately, it makes more money. So instead of looking for the latest loophole that you can use to temporarily influence a search result, look for ways to piggyback off of other people's high quality traffic through genuine articles like you'd read in maybe a magazine. Like I said, this was the most asked question, so I'm going to do an additional follow-up video that's solely about article marketing. Okay, so watch for that soon. Question number 2. Isn't paid traffic faster and better than free traffic? You know, in terms of quality, traffic is traffic. It doesn't matter if it's free or paid. Traffic is neutral in that regard. In the end, listen, in the end, it's all about your source of traffic. Source of traffic is your key and what you did to funnel that traffic to your site. I mean, for example, targeted traffic is better than untargeted traffic. Buyers are better than freebie seekers. Referrals and recommendations are better than just straight advertisements. Quality content is better than rigged content. Now, in terms of speed, that's completely variable. Neither is faster. You know, I'll give you an example. I recently purchased a solo mailing to test an offer and had to purchase it 5 weeks in advance to get it on the schedule. You know, I contacted a partner to run that same mailing and had the mailing out the next day to their list. So in this case, free traffic was substantially faster than paid. You know, there are some free traffic methods that take time to generate results, but others can bring in results very quickly, even the same day. Paid traffic is the same way. You could get a pay-per-click campaign up and bringing in traffic in just a few hours, or you can buy a full-page ad in a magazine that might be 3 months before it's published. You know, overall, free traffic is just as good as paid and vice versa. Both require a quality source and quality conversion in order to be effective. You know, what I tend to like about free traffic is the longevity and staying power that it often accompanies it. You know, if I purchase a pay-per-click ad, then once I stop paying for those clicks, the ad's gone, right? If I buy a full-page ad in the magazine, once it's published, that's all I got. But if I find a joint venture partner who puts a solo mailing into their autoresponder sequence or posts it to their blog, I've got exposure for a long, long time. Indefinite traffic comes to me. I don't have to keep spending to see results. I set it in motion one time and then I move on to other things. That's the beauty of what I teach in Traffic Fuel in that membership site, ways to get more than a dozen different kinds of free traffic coming into your site. And with each of these kinds of traffic potentially having hundreds or even thousands of sources, it's easy to see how it can all add up to a lot of traffic. All right, question number 3. What should be included in a great free offer that can be used to drive traffic? What I want to do is I just want to share 3 things that I consider to be absolute mandatory. They're required, really, in order to get free traffic. All right, here we go. Number 1, a reason for someone to give you that traffic.